Guys, it's been a long time since I've made the last video, but the event we have today requires me to go back and make a video. I've been just focused on trading on a new platform that I'm going to talk about, that we're going to also use to trade UFC events, not bet, but trade UFC events. And I think it's the future of actually being profitable as a trader, not a gambler, but a trader. So we're gonna start with the first fight of the night, and we're gonna move up in the ladder, and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. So the first fight of the night, we got Diego Lopez and Steve Garcia. This is a fight that, in my opinion, is going to go in either two ways. First way is Diego goes heavy wrestling and tries to submit Steve Garcia, maybe jump on his back without even taking him down, or actually getting a takedown and just finishing up from there. The second way this fight could end is Steve Garcia just piecing up Diego Lopez, getting a knockout, in my opinion, and winning, making it look easy. So I'm actually leaning towards the underdog in this case. The reason for that is Diego Lopez he's not a wrestler. He's a very high level jiu-jitsu, no-gi jiu-jitsu guy. But he's not a wrestler. I think he will have a very hard time to take down Steve Garcia. Steve Garcia takedown defense is actually quite good. And when you go back and look at his fight against Melquizael Costa, and again, Melquizael is not he's not a wrestler as well, right? But I will say he's lower level than Diego Lopez, but he tried his best to take down Steve Garcia and he couldn't do it. Now, since then, both Diego and Diego improved his takedowns most likely, and Steve Garcia improved his takedown defense. But I feel like Steve can actually catch Diego Lopez here. He got nasty power. We saw what he did in his last fight. He made David Onama look like he doesn't belong to the UFC, and David Onama is a really good fighter. Diego Lopez, on the other hand, he came back and fought Volkanovski, a rematch, and he looked worse in the rematch than the first fight he had against him. And when he fought John Silva, he won, but in my opinion, he won because John Silva was way too emotional in that fight. He didn't really fight strategically against a guy like Lopez, and that gave Lopez the openings to knock him out eventually. I don't think Steve Garcia will do the same mistake. But as I said, we want to trade this, right? So the way I see this fight, and I'm on Polymarket, guys. I've been moving most of my trading to Polymarket when it comes to sports events, and not only sports events. And Polymarket is a platform that allows you to actually trade those events in real time without cashing out and losing a big chunk of your money to the casino you're betting in. And I would appreciate if you could join through my referral link, or you can use my referral code. It's Badger, BADGER. When you sign up through the link, you have to put the referral code as well. And I really appreciate that. Maybe in the future I'll have some perks for people that sign up under my link. I'm just putting it out there right now. And the beautiful thing about this platform, let me just move it, by the way, to decimal odds, so it will be easier for you to understand how this works. But essentially, you're buying stocks of a yes or no in many cases. In this case, for example, it's going to be Diego Lopez or Steve Garcia. So you can see this is like an order book, right? You can put a limit order. Let's say you want to buy Steve Garcia at 270, right? And by the way, many times you'll get here much better odds than what you're going to get in in different sports books, way better odds. So it's something that you should really look into. But what you can do here essentially is, let's say you wanna buy Steve Garcia at 270, right? So 270 is 37 cents per share. You can buy 100. So if you buy 100 share at 37 cents per share, you buy $37 worth of shares. So let's say Steve Garcia does win, he gets a knockout, then you win $100. Now the beautiful thing about it is you can exit the position, you can sell it. Let's say you see Diego Lopez getting takedowns, you see something that you don't like mid-fight, right? You can exit the position, so you can really manage it. Sometimes you have, when you have very close fights, you got someone who's a favorite compared to the other, and when the fight already ended, you can you can already bet on who you think is gonna win. So it's a very cool platform to take your trading to the next level. And so this is how it works, right? If you want to use it, use my link in the description. Write down on the referral code, write Badger, and I'll appreciate that a lot. So anyway, let's get back to business. So I see this fight going towards Steve Garcia, but Lopez is not he's not a joke. He can definitely get Garcia's back, even if he doesn't take him down. That's something that might be a problem, but I lean Steve Garcia, especially as the dog. But you know what? I'll let the first round probably go through, and I'll make my understandings. I might not bet the fight if somebody gets finished in that first round, but that's okay. I'm not here to bet every round. I'm here to just make money, and that's it. Next fight, we got Bo Nickel and Kyle Daukaus. Kyle Daukaus came back to the UFC. He got a finish against Michel Pereira. He was a big underdog in that fight. He made Michel Pereira look like he doesn't belong. And then he submitted Gerald Meerschaert. He knocked him down and then submitted him. And now he takes on Bo Nickel. Now Bo Nickel, he's improving every time you see him back in the octagon. He looks better and better. He improved his striking a lot. He got that head kick finish against Rodolfo Vieira. And let's not forget, he's a top-level wrestler. And the way I see Bo Nickel approaching the fight, I think he's going to try and take down Kyle Daukaus. I think he's smart enough not to get into Daukaus' stars or risk his neck while he takes him down. He knows how to defend it. So I think he's actually going to try and wrestle here. And if it stays on the feet, I think that Nickel can stand and bang, but I think he would just choose the path of least resistance and take maybe Daukaus down and just try and ground and pound him, or potentially submitting Daukaus. I know he's a very high-level jiu-jitsu. He has really good jiu-jitsu. We saw what he did to Meerschaert, like submitting him very fast. So when I see it again, maybe that's not the path he's gonna take. Maybe he's gonna try and strike, and then again, he really improved his striking, but so has Kyle Daukaus. Now, this is actually a fight that I'm probably gonna avoid betting unless I see something in the fight during the fight that makes me understand, okay, this guy has a clear advantage. But I think that Kyle Daukaus can finish Bo Nickel as easily as Bo Nickel can finish Kyle Daukaus, right? Both are dangerous in their respective realms. Both have power. Daukaus can definitely knock down Bo Nickel, and Bo Nickel, I don't think Bo Nickel doesn't have real power in his hands. Like, I feel like Dawkins would be more dangerous when it comes to sheer power. So this is a fight that I would lean Kyle Dawkins, but again, it's something that could easily be prevented by Bo Nickel, by his improvements. He might look way better. So again, you don't want to bet every fight, right? You want to bet on the fight you see an edge. I don't see any edge here. If I will really find something mid-fight, that's why I like to use Polymarket, because I can just put in a trade while the fight is happening. Next fight, we got Michael Chandler and Rufi. I see Rufi winning here. Michael Chandler, he's on the decline, right? You can see it by his last 5 fights. He lost four of them. But again, he fought against high-level competition. You got Dustin, you got Charles Oliveira, Paddy Pimblett, Justin Gaethje. So he loses to guys that are good, right? But another problem is he's 40 years old. Fights are not the same when you are getting older, especially and you're an active fighter as Chandler is. On the other hand, Rufi, man, he improves again. His striking is so fucking good. You saw what he did to Fiziev. He knocked him out. Who does it to Fiziev? And he came sick to the fight. At least that's what he said he did. He wasn't looking the best during the event they had. So I have to go here with Rufi. Will I say, can Chandler take him down and submit him potentially? Yeah, of course. That's what Benoit did. Chandler can do it, but I don't know, man. Chandler, he's just, when he fights, sometimes his IQ is just not there. I really can't bet on him at this point. I say Rufi gets a knockout, most likely first round, maybe early second. Yeah, I'm going Rufi here. I think he's gonna be a problem in the lightweight division if he works on his takedown defense and submission control, defense better. But I think Chandler, he's on his way out, and yeah, I'm gonna pick Rufi to get the job done. Next fight, we got Derek Lewis and Josh Hockett. This is another fight that everybody are picking Josh Hockett to win, but man, Derek Lewis, if he connects what was connected by Curtis Blades, I think he's gonna send Josh Hockett to the shadow realm. I really do. Like, there were times during that fight and I had a bet on Josh Hockett, so I was watching very carefully, and there were moments in that fight that Hockett looked like he was gonna get finished. He pushed and he showed he has heart, and he wasn't finished. But man, Lewis always has a chance to finish the fight, and Lewis is very unpredictable. Like, you go back and look at the fight he had against Marcos Rogerio de Lima, and then you saw that flying knee. Like, what the fuck is that? So Lewis is always dangerous. I know he looked really bad when he fought Acosta, but it's two different fights. On the other hand as well, Josh Hockett, he doesn't have that good of a gas tank. He looked like he was dead in the last round, but he somehow pushed it. So I don't know if it's gonna favor him, if the fight will go the distance. Again, Derek Lewis is not a cardio machine on the other hand, but I think he's gonna give his all in this one. So again, I'm not gonna go blindly and put Josh Hockett, put a trade on Josh Hockett, because man, Derek Lewis shuts his lights out. We've already seen it happening before. Again, fights, he was a big underdog and he surprised everyone. And even with the takedowns, Derek Lewis has the ability to get back up. We saw it when he fought against Gelton Almeida. Like he was good in staying safe. I will say he was good at staying safe. It was a problem for him to get to get back up, but he did that a couple of times. So again, this is not. I can't just blindly go and put Josh Hoke. He's most likely to win, but Derek Lewis always has a chance to just puts his light out, and I don't see an edge here. So again, I'm gonna make a bet mid-fight, or I'm not gonna bet it at all, because I don't need to bet every fucking fight. I want to bet only on the fights where I see a clear edge. Next fight, we got Sean O'Malley and Ayman Zahabi. This is a fight where Sean O'Malley should win. Zahabi he's a very smart fighter, but I feel like he pushed his limit, right? He wins, but he wins split decisions that are not. It's not the level that you think would be enough to beat a guy like O'Malley. But then again, O'Malley didn't look the best against Song Yadong. I think he lost against Song, especially the third round, man. Like Song was doing stupid mistake. He should have gone to the takedown, but he didn't. Now Ayman Zahabi, he got good wrestling. He can take down Sean O'Malley, I think, but I think Sean O'Malley will manage to get back up. But on the feet, man, Sean should outstrike Zahabi every day. He was hurt bad, he was hurt against Cheeto. And Sean O'Malley have more volume than Cheeto, and when he sees blood, he goes out there and he gets the job done. So I'm gonna pick Sean O'Malley to get the job done. He's also the younger fighter, 38 years old. Again, this game is not nice as you get older. So I'll pick Sean. Next one is Cyril Gane and Alex Pereira. Man, Alex Pereira is such a fucking legend. The way he just does what he does is something remarkable, and he would definitely be in the UFC Hall of Fame. The guy got a finish against Ankalaev, the first to finish Ankalaev, knockout wise. He got submitted by someone, forgot his name, but he retired. What was his name? The guy, I think he was Welsh, not Welsh. I don't know, but he wasn't Welsh. He was from Scotland, I think. Anyway, the guy that he's fighting now, Cyril Gane, a very dangerous striker, very durable as well. And I don't think it's gonna be an easy fight for Alex Pereira. What I've seen from Cyril Gane when he fought against Aspinall, he looked good. He looked fast. His striking was on point. But man, Alex Pereira, he's just on another level. He's just that's him, man. He's on another level when it comes to his kickboxing, and I think that Cyril Gane will not be able to take him down, in my opinion. Pereira has shown to be very good takedown defense, and I think he's gonna outstrike Cyril Gane. He's gonna use all his weapons. He can potentially finish Gane. We don't know how he's gonna look as a heavyweight. It's gonna be his first fight, but I'm gonna go with Pereira, man. I think he's gonna make history. He's gonna become a three weight class champion. I'm very excited to this one, but then again, Cyril Gane, he can definitely knock out Alex. He can definitely get a win here. So one thing I've heard is that from someone else, shout out to what's his name, Half the Battle. He said that Cyril Gane tends to choke when he fights, big fights. So can it happen again? It might. I also will say Cyril Gane lost when he fought against Volkov. He definitely lost that fight. So I don't think he even needs to be where he's at. So yeah, I'm gonna pick Pereira with that being said about Cyril, I'm gonna pick Pereira to get the job done. And the last fight of the night, we got Ilia Topuria fighting against Justin Gaethje. And I'll say this right now, Ilia Topuria, he's different, man. He really is different. And the guy is a professional in every realm of the sport. He studies his opponents. He takes this game very seriously. And I have to pick him, man. The way he just knocks out legend after legend, starting to Volkanovski all the way to Charles Oliveira, I think he's gonna do the same to Gaethje. Gaethje, he's a tough fighter. He was in there with the best of the best. But Ilia, man, he can take down Gaethje and submit him. He can knock Gaethje out. And I think he's gonna finish him. Especially now with all the beef that's going on between them. Justin Gaethje took it to a personal level, talking about Ilia divorce, which I don't think is something you should do. It's not classy at all. So I didn't like that. But yeah, I think Ilia Topuria is gonna finish him, probably in the first or the second. He might surprise everyone and like put him to sleep. He might submit him. We saw what Khabib did to Justin Gaethje. Ilia Topuria has very high level grappling. People forget about that part of his game because his boxing became so good. But if you go back and look at his early career, man, the guy jiu-jitsu is really good, and he got good wrestling. He comes from a his base is actually grappling and wrestling. So I'm gonna pick Topuria, El Matador, to get the job done, to knock out or submit Justin Gaethje, and keep the belt. And maybe, hopefully, we're gonna see him against Islam in the next one. But yeah, guys, if you enjoy the content, make sure you like, you comment, and check Polymarket. The link is in the description. When you sign up, use code Badger. I appreciate that. And trade the fights. Don't try to put a parlay of 10 pieces and just give your money to the casinos. Be strategic. You're here to make money, right? You're not here to donate. So treat this game as a business. Try to trade it. Don't trade it. Don't put your money on every fight, just on the fights that you see a clear path to victory. When I look at all the fights in this card, well, if I say there's 2 fights that I'm pretty fucking sure we're gonna see one guy winning, I would say it's gonna be Ilia winning, and O'Malley. Yeah, these are the 2 fights I'll be like, okay, I see these 2 winning. But for the rest, I might, you see things like I've been betting on UFC for almost 4 years now, and you just see things, right? You see them. You see things mid-fight that to make specific decisions while that happens, and the fighters, right? You've seen each and every fighter here fights before, so use that to your advantage. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy the content. I'm not gonna make as much content as I used to, but if you guys like it, and I see people actually wanting to see more of this, then I might do more. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.